I'm Brittany, but everyone here calls me Wolf. I'm 19. I came to this class originally because I couldn't find a school that had something that really caught my interest. Then I found out the school made skateboards and I had to check it out.
I always saw public schools as kind of like a factory press, you know? Push student in the mold, push student out, so impersonal, right? And so I figured I'd come here and work on what I'm interested in.
Yeah, a lot of people think that this program is like really easy and that we practically have like nap time and stuff like that. Basically, like we don't. We like do a lot of work, and making a skateboard is actually, it doesn't just take like a little bit of effort. Like you gotta like apply yourself to like really come up with something that you can be really proud of.
I have more confidence now with talking to people. I used to always be shy and like timid and not talk to people, and now I'm just like, I can talk to anyone, so I'm happy about that. And this program like showed me I can do that.
Okay, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just watching.
So what we're going to do right now is we're going to build a skateboard. We have about 10 minutes to get all these layers of veneer glued up and into our vacuum bag. So you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. Start on that side. Okay, ready? Go. So guys, pay a lot of attention to the edges. Because it's been pretty warm in this room, we're getting some delamination around the edge. So make sure there's enough glue right on the very edge of your veneer. So Casey, how many layers of veneer do we use here?
We use 7 layers of Canadian maple to make our skateboards.
The Oasis Skateboard Factory is the TDSB's first school site where all of the learning takes place through the lens of street art and skateboard design. It gives some students who haven't had previous success in school an opportunity to earn some compulsory and elective high school credits by learning to hand make some skateboards, do custom design graphics, work with the community and market their skateboards, and earn an honorarium.
Right now we're placing the 7 veneers onto a mold to put into
You guys need
our
the elastic bands and
bag.
Give me the other one.
Yeah, we put the 7 layers onto a foam mold and hold it down with an elastic with this breather mesh over it, so that when the vacuum bag is almost completely airtight, the last bit comes out through here.
One of the things when I designed this program I was really thinking about was about how graffiti and skateboarding are both areas that often youth get in trouble with. And what I love about doing this project with these guys is that they are using the things that they're interested in and getting such positive feedback from the adults in their lives. This stuff goes into the community and it goes on our website, and all we get is positive feedback. And these guys are always so proud of this work. You know, you look at their photo on the website and they're all with their decks, and they made something themselves.
After the bag is fully, like all the air is out, we leave it for 24 hours to cure, and then take it out and start the shaping process. It's environmentally friendly because there's no machines being used. It's just bare human power, which is good. I ended up in this program by one of my old teachers in my other school. She said that there was a skateboarding and art class going on, and I was like, that's perfect. I skateboard, I draw all class because I didn't like class, and now I'm here and I love this. Like, this is like my second home.
My past experience with school, it was horrible. I never went to class. I didn't do my homework. I wasn't like going to school. I didn't do the work, and like I wasn't like motivated to go to school because I didn't want to go to school because I wasn't doing anything interesting.
There wasn't really anything for me to do there, and I pretty much like failed everything and just stopped going to class.
I wasn't really in school actually. I was technically a dropout, so.
Here I actually like look forward to going to school because I could build like what I use like every day, so it's really useful.
It's a really good school to go to. If you haven't been in school for a while, I think too, because it gives you reasons to want to go, unlike most schools, where it's all you just sit in a class and you get bored.
we're all at the school for like one same common reason, because we all have like a certain interest in like what this program gives out
Exactly.
for us.
If like no one here liked art, I really don't think they'd enjoy it. You
And
know,
it's basically people who want to expand on like learning,
Yeah.
and
it's
want-
just a new idea.
yeah. And still, this is like the first year of the program, and so far, I think it's going very well.
I think it was an excellent idea
Yeah.
and should continue going.
One of the ways this program works is that it's designed as a re-engagement program. So students are with me for 1 or 2 semesters, and what they do in a semester is that they're engaged in 4 credits, being an English or an English media credit, a business or a leadership credit, as well as 2 art credits, kind of an art class and a design class.
The art we do here actually goes out into the world. Like last week even, we did a project that we put up in Rush Lane in the graffiti alley. It's gonna stay there permanently, and we do art shows and stuff. So it's, instead of just doing art in the classroom, we're doing art out in the world and putting our artwork out there.
We could either use stencils or screen printing or a number of other ways to put art onto a medium. And I chose to use spray painting and stencils, and most of the class is doing that right now.
Yeah, like this is one of her stencils. Like this was the black one. So all the black that you see here was just a stencil cutout that she did.
Stencil art is pretty big in like what we do with our decks, and there's no basic like way to doing stencils. It's everyone has their own different techniques for it.
And obviously with paint, there's a large variety of colors and ways you can move it across with the stencil. So.
I've been working with students building skateboards for about 4 years, and at first I was like, wow, skateboards could be a great vehicle for graphics, you know, just narrowly in terms of like an art classroom. But quickly I learned that it could be so much more. And so what I'm really trying to do with this program is explore how skateboards can be a vehicle for building community. So a lot of what I'm doing with the students here is exposing them to people in our neighborhood, young entrepreneurs who took their passion and ran with it and turned it into their own business.
After this, like during this program, I'm designing a line of skateboards, which will include 5 street decks and 5 longboards. So hopefully when I'm done here, I'll get going on that. And then as well, I want to eventually open my own skateboard shop, sell skateboards from there, including my own that I design. So I look forward to getting started on that.
Yeah, I find a lot of people, when we talk to them about our program, everybody thinks that this is just, we come here, we build skateboards, we go home, and it's so much more than skateboarding. This is so much more than skateboarding. It's art, really, and we're learning to be better artists and entrepreneurs even. We're learning how to create our own businesses and go out into the world confidently and just do what we came to do.
Some of the kind of culminating projects that we're doing here are all linked to the theme of skateboards. So for example, in English class, we're doing a skateboard magazine. In business class, they're exploring what it means to be a young entrepreneur, and we're bringing in people like Sam James, who owns Sam James Coffee Bar. He was a skateboarder, he opened up a coffee shop, and now he's the champion Canadian barista. And he came in and shared his stories and how the struggles of opening a business and how he applied some of his life lessons from skateboarding to being a successful young businessman.
I think like with the whole people coming in, it's definitely helping us out. Like if we ever wanted to start our own businesses, because I had like no idea. I didn't know how much it would cost or any of that. And they came in, and they basically told us that like their different experiences from going from like not having a business and working at like maybe a small like dollar store or like a grocery store, from going from that to making their own business and being very successful about it. And it just really helped. Like they're teaching us and like giving us what they know. And I thought it was really cool.
And it's really interesting about like the things you can do. And we had someone who opened their own coffee shop and stuff, and they're supporting us. And just taught us about like why it's like a good idea and like where the benefits are. but also like the risks of it and like how to like prevent them and how to like see them.
So part of it is really trying to engage youth to have ownership of a space, so it needs to be comfortable to them. We serve food that they're into. You know, when they get here, they can have a bagel, settle in. It's kind of like being a family here. We eat together. When there's an issue here, we take it up together. We call a group meeting, and we sit around and we try to problem solve. And create solutions to maybe some problems that might be happening here. And you just have to give every opportunity for them to have say in their environment.
I think anyone can teach this program, but you have to be more like Craig. He's more understanding, because like we're not always going to be the best group of kids. We're not always going to want to do something, but we have to do it.
I love working with these kids. Sometimes these students I work with it's a struggle to like them some days, you know? They're the students who got kicked out of other classes, drove their teachers crazy, you know, but you know, these students they're superstars when you just change the focus, change the frame.
It's changed my life quite a bit, because before I came here, I admit that I had some problems, and you know, I wasn't the happiest kid in the world, and then I came here and suddenly everything feels really great, and I feel more confident in the work I do, and I feel more eager to wake up in the morning, go to school, and achieve.
A lot of my friends see me dropping out of school, but I think I'm gonna try to keep at least finish high school before thinking about anything else. And then I think I'll just progress after high school and just plan something out from there, and hopefully it'll work out.
I think a great thing about this program is that it gets attention. Their friends go, wow, you're in a skateboard school? That's really cool. And part of it is they feel like rock stars a bit, right? And I think for these students to feel like they're part of something special is really an important thing in their lives, right? That's not generic, that they feel like they're part of a tribe, you know, some kind of unique thing that they feel part of. And I think you can do that in all schools. Just trying to create that kind of sense of a shared goal and a shared, you know, intentional space is really important.
That's our track.